Hey everybody, and welcome back to episode number 7 of our Dark Souls 2 Revisited playthrough. I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. Today's drink of choice is going to be lemon mint tea hot. And this playthrough is all about me giving Dark Souls 2 another chance, taking a look at it with a fresh perspective, taking a less critical eye, and just trying to enjoy the game and play the game for what it is without all the expectations that I had coming at it from my experience with Dark Souls. Now, I do know that the Chloranthy Ring, +1, which we so coveted, is actually through here. So what we're going to do is follow this pathway to try to get to it. And by the way, we did go back to downsampling, just because I kind of like the quality, but we turned off the G-Sync because it was causing issues with the recording, and now we're simply using vertical sync. And of course, there's not much reason to have G-Sync with this game because it runs at a constant 60 almost without fail. I see him right there. I see you. I see you. Gotcha. Haha. I don't know if they can drop anything, but oh well. So if we follow this around to the right, there'll be a little pathway to follow, and then that'll take us to the Chloranthy Ring +1, which I absolutely want. We need more stamina regeneration. Go, 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 go. Oh, that's not even the right ring. Oh, shoot. Where'd he go? There he is. Aha! Take that, sucker. Alright, let's see here. We followed all the way around to the right. It says there's going to be a little pathway. It's been a long time since I've been through this area. Well, a long time since I played the game at all. We're going to follow this little cliff. Aha! I think it's up here. Here we go. The wondrous Chloranthy Ring. Not sure what's past this shadowy, foggy area if we need to go past. I think we do actually to progress. Chloranthy Ring, yay! Let's swap that out for excuse me, how about the Knuckle Ring? Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Where's that coming from? Oh, right there. Take that, punk. These guys are easier than I remember them being. There it is, Chloranthy Ring. Hopefully we can still... Yep, we can still fast roll with some better stamina regeneration. Nice. I think that's what, like plus 20% stamina regen? I think is what it is. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's much easier to see these guys now than before. I don't know if they made it easier or if it's just the quality, like maybe the downsampling and whatnot, that makes them stick out a little more because there's better anti-aliasing and whatnot. And I'm also using the Gym mod as well as Jido Sato, or however it's pronounced. Oh shoot, I forgot about these things. Take that, punk. It is, it's surprising that it's easier, it's almost easier to see them when they're farther away, and I backstabbed them by complete coincidence. No idea I was going to backstab them there. Yeah, it's almost easier to see them from further away, because they kind of have this appearance like, you know, if I can get back to the start, I'll know where to go from there. I'm not really sure what direction I'm supposed to be traveling in at this moment. I'm okay mostly with the Shaded Woods, but I don't know, I feel like they could have done it a little better. I don't know, there's something about the Shaded Woods that I'm not a huge fan of. Durability restoration? Not yet, not yet. Let's go this way. I'm not sure what all's... I think there's a dead end in one of these directions. Maybe leads to Drang Lake Castle. It's been so long, I don't remember all the details, which is kind of nice. It's almost... Well, it's not almost. It is kind of fun to rediscover the game after having been away for so long. Red Tearstone Ring can be quite useful. A lot of players like to use that. I prefer not to be so low on health all the time, so I don't get much use out of it myself. We're currently using the Drang Lake Shield, but I just realized we could use... Do we have the stats for it? Yeah, we do have the stats for it. And we don't fat roll. I was thinking about experimenting with this as a, you know, a great shield. Something I don't normally do, simply because, yeah, see, this is going to be dead end for us. Simply because I'm not really doing a lot of parrying in this game. And given that the main reason I preferred medium or small shields in Dark Souls was for parrying, Same thing in Demon Souls. And if I'm not going to parry in this game, then it makes sense that why don't I just change it up a little bit and go with the Great Shield. I'll get more stability. Even though this only has 95% physical block versus the 100% of the Dragon Lake Shield, I don't block all that much, and when I do, I find I'm usually blocking some pretty big hits from some pretty big enemies. I want to make sure I don't come at this from the wrong direction. Yeah, that's the way I came right there. Okay. So this will allow me to get some better stability from my blocks, which is one of the main things that I need when it comes to blocking. Oh, close. There you go, buddy. At least these guys don't explode with poison when they die. I think that would have been definitely very cheap. The enemies later in this area, the ones that look sort of like minotaurs, that have their axes and whatnot. Getting a drink of my mint tea here. Lemon mint tea, I believe. Yeah, those later enemies, the minotaurs, have incredible poise, and I don't know, they feel a little cheap because it's almost impossible to stagger them. So you really have to time your attacks very well with those guys. Yeah, see right there? That final attack I did, well, the second to last, the penultimate attack, it didn't actually hit him because with each hit, you're pushing the enemy further and further away from you, or farther and farther away from you. And so eventually you'll start to miss. So it's like you have to push your character forward as you're attacking. Oh, I remember this guy. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. I am thinking about doing 105 on agility, because that would get me closer to what I'm used to from Dark Souls. And I think that might be a good idea, to get to 105 on the agility stat. Oh shoot! No, I'm gonna have to completely disagree with that. I'm pretty sure I had my shield up for that one. Other than the fact maybe the shield is just so slow at coming up. I think I'm better off just rolling through this guy. Which is another reason that it might not be the best idea to use a great shield. Fortunately, I didn't waste anything in the process of working my way towards the great shield. Did I get a shield from this? I think I did, didn't I? Let's see. Yes, the Golden Falcon shield, which is 80% physical block. It looks cool, but... oh, I'm sorry. Just most of the shields in this game I find completely useless. I mean, they're just low physical block, low stability. Just don't really have anything going for them for the most part. Don't even have any special considerations. Oh, and this is something that Matthew Matosis in his critique, he heavily criticized, and rightly so, that... in order to get through there, you need to destroy the boss souls or get the lord bosses or whatever, or get so many souls or whatever, because you can't get around this. I mean, honestly, like, I'm sorry, but there's just no excuse. Look at that. Let me put the camera on a level playing field. Look, you could literally step up with one leg and walk over that. Look, you could step up with one leg and walk over this rubble. And yet, because of this rubble here in this way, you are unable to proceed through the game. I understand that not all blockades are going to be 100% realistic, but at least in the case of a blockade like this that blocks you from progressing through the game in a place you really want to go, why didn't they make this completely obscured? I mean, even here, you could just climb up there very easily and walk around. And so these places exist in many places in the game. In fact, there are tiny, tiny variations in elevation of like an in-game 1.5 feet that prevents you from progressing through an area or prevents you from getting somewhere. And it's ridiculous because you so want to get there, and yet you're looking at that thinking, okay, why is my character unable to lift his leg up and step up there? And I know, like I said, I don't expect all the blockades to be 100% realistic, but I certainly don't expect them to be that unrealistic when you really, really want to get through. Making sure I don't have any sublime bone dusts. So we got the Chloranthy ring. Did we get... oh, we got a ring of life protection. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Someday I should probably try a red tearstone build, like one of those, what do they call it? Hyper mode, like in Demon Souls, where you combine everything together to try to do the maximum amount of damage possible at low health. High risk, super high reward. Wait a minute, wrong way. Wrong way! You want to go through the shaded area, the fogginess. Oh, by the way, the first Chloranthy ring is actually very early on in the game. You just need a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Where all those ballistas are in the Forest of Fallen Giants, yeah, it's down below there. You just have to put the Pharaoh's Lockstone in place to get it. So for future playthroughs, it'll be good to know that so that I can just go ahead and grab it right there. I'm probably just going to power right through this area, just run through it, following the left wall, because I think... Let's see, what's back here? Yeah, this dude.
Leave me be.
At first, I couldn't figure out what was talking or what was here. Oh, shoot. Can I hit... Oh, whoa, whoa, I need to be careful. I could hit that NPC, I do believe. Did you drop anything for me? Nope, of course not. Why would you? To keep talking to him. The only problem is when you're spamming through dialogue, you can accidentally hit the default selection for yes, no. And Matthew Matosis brought up a very interesting point. Rather than have yes or no selected at seemingly at random, what they really ought to do is have your cursor be like in the middle for no selection. Just, for example, have it be yes, cancel, or no, and have cancel automatically selected, so you simply back out without making a decision. The Claymore is an amazing weapon, guys. It is a really, really cool weapon, and one that I think I'm going to buy just in case we decide to use it later, because it is just so awesome. I really absolutely love it. Nullifies death and petrification, but breaks. This costs so much more to repair that for me it's not worth it unless you've got so many. Oh, we've already got 4 of those, so that's enough for now. We're not going to do magic, and we're not going to do a great sword. Actually, I think he gives us something if we keep talking to him, right? You just have to exhaust a lot of his dialogue. His dialogue it's fairly interesting as far as dialogue goes, but you know, I don't want to waste your time. I feel like it's boring to listen to dialogue during people's playthroughs. Are we done yet? Are we just recycling? I think we're recycling now, aren't we? No way he's still going. Yeah, okay, we're done. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What's this? Soul of Proud Knight and Human Effigy. We've used, like, I think, what, 1 human effigy so far? I know there's probably a dude gonna attack us when we grab this, but whatever. Take that, punk. Alright. I spent forever trying to figure out how to kill those trees until I guess you can't kill the trees, so there's no point in trying. And I believe this will get us to where we want to go. By the way, in order to secure this playthrough from accidents and incidents and corrupt videos and all that stuff that can ruin a playthrough or ruin episodes, which has happened to me a couple times, every time before I start a playthrough recording, I actually make a backup of my save game file. Backing up your save game file could be considered cheating in certain circumstances because you could back up and undo damage that was done, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I mean damage that was done to your character, like if you died somewhere and didn't want that death, so you could actually reload, you could bring in your backed up save file and undo your death. That's definitely not what I use it for. For me, it's all about making sure that I don't lose entire episodes because, you know, like if the video corrupted or say, for example, my computer accidentally reset or the power went out or, you know, just any number of things can happen to ruin a playthrough episode. And like I said, it's happened in 1 or 2 of my series before, and it really sucks. So to make sure that doesn't happen, what I do is I go ahead and make that save game backup and then use the backup. Let's see, what shall we do? Shoot, if I could double stack the Chloranthy rings at different levels, which I don't think you can, I would so go get the other Chloranthy ring and have 2 equipped, but I'm pretty darn sure you can only equip 1 of each even if they're different levels. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We may end up not using this Great Shield. We may find out it's just really not my style, but until then, we'll just keep using it. I kind of want to buy those, but again, I've got plenty of human effigies at the moment. 24 of them, to be precise. And really no intense need for them. I'm playing in offline mode at the moment, simply because I'm downloading a game in the background on Steam and I'm uploading a video, and so I didn't want to get a connection to somebody and for them to suffer through my terrible connection because of the uploads and downloads going on. So that's a thing. Let's go see what's going on over here and if we can upgrade something. You want to give me anything yet? I thought at some point he gave you upgrade materials, not just his hammer. Nothing needs repair. That's good. And can't buy any Titanite shards, unfortunately. Let's see. Can we upgrade any of these? None. Okay. And we cannot upgrade that. I really should have a secondary weapon, but I don't even have the Titanite shards to upgrade it. I don't think there's anything else we'll need to do here. So... Alright. Okay, I think we'll just go ahead and... let's see. We'll progress forward. So let's go back to the Shaded Woods. Shaded Ruins. Poison Arrow. Poison arrows can be really useful in this game for utility purposes. We can just poison something from a distance and then sit back and let it die on its own. That was a great tactic if you were having trouble with the Silver Knights in Dark Souls and Anor Londo. Oh, come now. Come now, my friend. I really didn't hit that pot. Solar Beret Warrior and a Firebomb. Firebomb. Alright. What do we need for these guys? Fragrant Branches of Yore, is that it? Statue blocks your way. Yeah, I guess you need a Fragrant Branch of Yore. That guy drops a key for you after you rescue him. You rescue him and then kill him. And then he drops a key. So your reward for rescuing him is he tries to murder you. This area has a couple secrets in it. It's easy to get turned around if you're not careful. And then those pots can actually hit you from different elevations, which is kind of tricky. So it's possible to be affected by a pot that's actually above or below you, which can be frustrating. Yeah, these guys, the easiest way to handle them is to just keep hitting them and just dodge and hit, dodge and hit. Or backstab. Woohoo! Again, the backstab's always kind of silly, that multi-hit backstab just seems kind of pointless to me. Whoops, that was a double roll. I didn't mean for that. That was it queued up in a roll. Oh, I thought that would have hit me. Yeah, if we can get to 105 agility, I think it'll be more comparable to what we have in Dark Souls. I understand why they went with the stat, you know, thinking, oh, you know, we'll have a stat that does this and that'll make it cool. And I was like, well, you know, having a stat for iframes, yeah. Miyazaki has talked about Dark Souls 3, and he's essentially emphasized how it's going to go back to soul level matchmaking, not soul memory, how there won't be a stat for iframes, although he will not admit that those were bad ideas. I think, you know, especially in Japanese culture, he doesn't want to undermine a coworker. See, this right here is so silly because that you obviously should be able to walk through that. It's clearly large enough, but you can't. There's several places like that in the game. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Where's this other one coming from? That sucks. We got cursed. Well, now we don't have to worry about getting cursed then, because we're already cursed. It'll keep affecting us, yes, but at least we won't have to worry about it so much. So, the Brave Warrior to Pharaoh's Lockstone. What we do need, though, is a Fragrant Branch of Yore so we can go free that guy who gives us the key. Unfortunately, I don't think we can talk to that scorpion dude. Come on. Come on. Oh, give me a break. Come on. That is so stupid. That's beyond stupid. That is beyond stupid. Unbelievable. That is just beyond stupid. I will never stop criticizing that. That is so ridiculously stupid. There's no excuse for that. Dark Scythe, you could use that, of course, to... I think you can downgrade that and then get a regular scythe out of it, if you so choose. Hello, my friend. but you won't talk to me. Because that's just the kind of guy you are. I don't think I think there's a ring that allows you to talk to him, but I don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Those are some giant claws, dude. Those are some giant claws. I am mostly enjoying the experience other than the few frustrations that do exist in the game. And there are definitely a few, to say the least. It's possible that, yeah, you can roll one of their attacks and then swing around for the backstab. That's what I used to do. Roll the first attack, swing around for the backstab, and then finish them off with one more attack. One or two more. I think there's a secret in here, right? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Tell me I'm right. That moment of suspense. Is there? Or am I just remembering wrong? Torch. Like I said before, they should have gone really with the Bloodborne system, where instead of each torch giving you a certain amount of time, they should have simply given you torches. Like, different torches do different things. Like, for example, this right here. This is another ridiculous example of you wanting to get through and you can't. I mean, look. You could literally just walk beside him right there. You could squeeze beside him right there. You could walk over this little rubble right there. I mean, it is really, really silly that they put that in and think, oh, this is a complete obstruction of your pathway. There's no way you can get around without using a branch of yore to free the statue. Obviously, you can get around without a branch of yore very easily. But it just is just completely unreasonable in that regard. Alright, let's head back where we came from. I think I took the long way. Yeah, this area, I've always felt like it's just a bit confusing. I don't know, I just never feel comfortable with navigating it. And part of that may be me. Not sure where that's coming from. Is it around here? No, okay. Flame butterfly and a torch. So, you know, you think with all these torches and flame butterflies and whatnot, it would be sending you a strong message that, hey, you're going to need the torch in this area. Well, not so. You don't need the torch in this area. So, strange that they would give you so much stuff to make sure that you're able to use the torch in this area, and yet it turns out you really don't need the torch in this area. Just definitely a... What the heck? That was weird. The camera went in an odd direction. What do we got here? Titanite chunk. Excellent. I think we can upgrade our weapon now. So we'll definitely go do that before we tackle the boss. Punk. Woo. Let's see if we can get around for the backstab. Got it. Yeah, these guys I found a bit tricky until I learned the tactic. It's just either sneak in attack and then roll away from them. Or what you can also do... Are you kidding me? That's not going to break it. Oh, you punk. What a punk. Let's see, maybe we can throw something at it. That definitely has to break it. Okay, there we go. That's one way to do it. Life gem. I knew that trap was there, so that's why I was trying to set that off without having to walk over to try to hit it. They set that up to where you want to walk over there to destroy that urn so it doesn't affect you, and then you end up falling right through. It's a good trap, but you can see it coming if you're really careful, and that's the most important thing. If you're gonna put traps in games like that, and it's not really a trap, it's just an area that kind of throws you off or sends you in a direction you don't plan on. But if you're gonna put that kind of stuff in games, make sure you put an indicator where an astute player is going to be able to see it coming if they're very observant. That's important in my opinion. Apparently there's a way to jump through, where is it? Like right here or something? Like you can get through there if you're really lucky or get it at just the right angle, but yeah, see that too. I knew that was there, but I just didn't even see it even though I knew it was there. Alright, I want to try to get all this stuff in here first before I start falling down pits. One question I have is, as you upgrade your weapon, does that increase its durability? Make it more durable for longer periods of time? I actually don't know the answer to that. I'd like to look into that. I don't think that's the case, but that would be kind of cool if it was. So as you get further and further into the game and upgrade your weapon more, you have to worry less about durability. This leads to the boss here, obviously. Yeah, this boss is a little tricky at times. I feel like she's just not a consistent fight. Which is frustrating in many ways, but what are you gonna do, you know? It's kind of like the Beta Chaos. If you try to fight her the legitimate way, it's really easy to die and feel like you didn't really do anything wrong. The game just kind of got all screwy on you. I feel like there should be some fragrant branches of yore in this area, but for some reason I'm not finding any. Is there an item hidden up here? Negative. Alright, let's go down here. Let's see if I can get one of these. Oh, where are they at? Oh, they come out of the cave so you can't get them before you fall down. I see. Clever. Whoops. Let me go drink some Estus. Whoa, shoot, they do some good damage. Try not to get petrified, which is basically just an instant kill. Nothing special about it. I mean, they call it petrification, but all it does is just kill your character, and that's it. So, really nothing special there. And that's the other hole that we found. But still no fragrant branches of yore, so I must be missing some treasure chests or something. I definitely remember there being some in this area, somewhere. Before we tackle the boss, we'll hit the bonfire again, so we're not worried about doing that immediately. How do I get up there? There's gotta be a way to get up there. I don't see it from here. Can I jump from over there? I don't know. I don't know how to get up there. I've probably done it before at some point. I've just forgotten. This area isn't as bad as I remember it, although I still feel like it's a little confusing. It's just the way it connects to me. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah, I can't see how to get all the way over there. Maybe if I come from this direction, take a look at it, I'll see how to get up there. Oh, there's a pathway back there, is there? Okay, that comes around that way. Alright. But before we do that, you know, I wonder, will this guy come at us if we shoot him? Or will he just let us shoot at him endlessly? Shoot him in the eyeballs. Notice a lot of stamina loss from shooting this guy. That's 36, 44, 48, 92, 45. Yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of variation in how much damage is done. Fortunately, I've got a ton of these things, so... You know, I'm not going to waste the good arrows because there's just no risk to me here. I'll just keep shooting. And the Chlorantine ring is helping out here. Really excited for the wireless adapter for the Xbox One controller. I can finally get rid of this micro USB cable. I destroyed my previous Xbox 360 controllers. Well, didn't destroy them, but I wore out the analog sticks. And the only remaining one that has good analog sticks it drains the battery when not in use. It's an issue. I've had that issue with a flashlight one time, a flashlight I use for work. I wish I were more electronically oriented that I would know how to fix that problem. I imagine it's some sort of, like a circuit issue or a short or something like that that just causes the battery to drain when not in use. Like, I had a flashlight where when I fully charge it, I could use it at work for practically a week, depending on what I was doing. Like, if I had to fingerprint a lot of scenes in the dark, then my battery would drain a lot faster because I'd be using the flashlight like mad. But as long as I just used it for normal usage, it would last nearly a week. But this flashlight, I would charge it all the way, then I would leave it in my work locker, and when I got there the next day, it was dead. And I tested, so I thought, okay, the battery's bad, so I bought another battery for it, same thing. I ended up buying another flashlight, and all the batteries that I got for that original flashlight, including the first one I had, they worked fine in the new flashlight. So it was clearly the flashlight that was causing the problems, not the battery. So same thing is happening with this Xbox 360 controller. I've tested it with 3 different batteries, and I've tested those batteries in 2 other 360 controllers. It is the controller draining the battery when not in use. So I have to keep remembering to take the battery out. So I'm using the Xbox One controller, which has a infinitely better D-pad. And I can't wait to get that wireless adapter, which is supposed to come out in the next week here. Today is October 15th. It's supposed to come out October 20th. Well, there we go, guys. That didn't take long, did it? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Petrified Dragon Bone. It's a very useful item if you're going that upgrade path. If you're not on that upgrade path, then it is effectively useless. So easy to backstab these guys. I love it. You ready for some more action, my friend? Take that. Drop something. No? Okay. Do I like the urns in this? I don't know. I don't absolutely hate them, but I just don't really see the value. I just feel like they're more of a frustration than anything else. I don't feel like they add anything to the experience. But hey, at least they didn't make the enemies cause a curse effect on you. That would have been a serious pain in the butt. Go, 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 get away, get away. What the heck? Oh, it's that one right there, okay. Let it drain a bit and then go in. Gotcha. Did I get a fragrant branch of yore? Well, shoot, I didn't. So where are they? I'm exploring everything and I'm not finding it. It's being really stingy this time around. Maybe there aren't any fragrant branches of yore here. Maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. Is that possible? I thought there were at least 2 in this area that you could use to get past those. Actually, I didn't search all this. I'm glad I thought of that. Gosh darn it. Where do I get that key? But now that I think about it, I don't actually even think I need that because I don't think I need that blacksmith. I mean, I would like to free her just to have her available so I can double check what she's got, but I'm pretty sure I'm not actually going to need her or really use anything she has. Oh wait, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Is that item really as easy to get as this? Wow, it is. Okay. Wow, big mystery. You just go up the stairs from the bonfire. Here, I was thinking this was some really complicated item to get to. I don't know if I've been to that area, but that area might be closed up. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can I just jump to it? No, it's down there. Hang on, let me see if I can jump to it from down below. Nope, don't jump down there. So my experiences have been pretty good. Like, I'm surprised. I don't mind admitting that my criticisms of the game, while many of them were completely valid, still are valid, and I still hold to them. It may very well be that I was being so critical and was getting so hung up on the problems with the game, of which there are many, that I wasn't seeing the good aspects. And I do honestly feel like there are too many... Oh, really? You're going to be up there like that, constantly hitting me? I would break that urn, but if I refresh the area, do all the urns come back? And I think they do, so there's like no point in bothering then. They would just all come back. Just like the frenzy effect, or what's it called? Is it called frenzy? Whatever that is in Bloodborne, the curse tends to stack even when you've moved outside of the effective area of the urn. It just seems to keep going, which is frustrating to say the least. I know with the frenzy or whatever it's called in Bloodborne, it's very what's the word for it? It's, I can't even think of the best word to describe it, but it's got this staggered effect, like it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. It's very jittery. Jittery's the word I'm looking for. It's an incredibly jittery, weird setup. And, you know, there's an Estus Flash shard in here somewhere, and I really don't want to miss it, but, you know, I'm not figuring out how to get to stuff here. I don't have any fragrant branches of yore, so I'll need to come back with one. I think I should have freed the one sorcerer guy, because I think after you free him, he sells you a branch of yore. Am I right? Am I right or am I right, guys? Come on, come on. Come on. Don't do damage to me. I'm backstabbing. Don't do damage to me. Thank you. Oh, that should have been a backstab all day long. That too. Alright, we got him. We got him. Come here, buddy. I got a backstab for you. Well, we could just head to the boss, I suppose, although I really don't want to miss the Estus Flash shard here. I only know there's one here because I looked it up ahead of time, and I kind of kept in mind where some of the shards were. Is it over there, though? I'm wondering. Maybe I could try to jump through that area. Lion Warrior Cuffs. How many... Let me see here. Hang on, hang on. I have an idea. Wow, I got it on the first attempt. Not bad, okay. Now that I got rid of those, I may be able to just attempt to do this jump over and over and over again until I get it. I think you have to be, like, maximum whatever. Let me try it here for a bit. I don't normally do stuff like this, but I really want the Estus Flash shard, and I'm hoping it's in that treasure chest. Apparently, there's no way it looks like you should be able to get through there, but I've seen people do it. Not sure exactly how, though. Kind of like that little area in Demon Souls where you can run up the hill and grab the enchanted falchion, or whatever it is, the magic falchion. Forgot what it's called. Yeah, this is not going to be easy, is it? Definitely wouldn't want to do this with the curse effect stacking on me. Let's even try getting rid of all my gear. I'm gonna feel silly if this is not even the spot, because it'll just be a complete waste of time and firebombs. Obviously that didn't work. It is really hard to aim my jump here for some reason. Obviously I'm trying for that little crevice right there, but as soon as I try to jump, my character just automatically floats in a different direction. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, or maybe they fixed it. Maybe they have fixed it and you just can't do this anymore. In which case I'm just wasting time. You know, how did people figure this stuff out? I don't know. It's probably someone just running around, messing around, and all someone's like, oh, I just floated through this area. And then they tell their friends, and everyone does it until they can figure out how to do it. I might just have to give up on this. It would be nice to get in there without the fragrant branch of yore. Alright. We're not going to keep worrying about that. Wish I could upgrade my bow, but I just don't have the materials. Oh, let's go upgrade the sword now that I'm thinking about it. I'm glad I said that. Remind myself. And then upgrade the leggings if at all possible. Leggings and chest piece. And I might think about seeing if there's anywhere else where I can grab a fragrant branch or to come back here as quickly as possible to get those Estus shards. Although, I'm actually quite surprised at how little I'm using my Estus. I can't really think, I don't know if it's ever happened. Have I ever run out of Estus and needed it in this playthrough yet? I don't think that I have, surprisingly. I remember needing lots and lots of Estus and just never having enough, but maybe my experience with the Souls games over time has just made me better enough to the point where I don't need as much. Alright, now we need 2 chunks to move forward, so that ain't gonna happen for a little while. Anything I need to buy? No. Reinforce the shield. No, that would need Titanite shards, and I can't even get Titanite at the moment. Although I could probably farm it from something somewhere. What do I need to level? I need 8039. We're so close to level, let's go ahead and pop some souls to get it. 8039, 8039, 8039. Oh, that's more than enough. Okay. Bear the curse, less seek. Yep, got it. Thanks. Let's do... See, that gives us 2. That gives us 2. 128. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll spend the rest of these on life gems. I've noticed that I tend to favor the weakest life gem, just the regular life gem, because, you know, I usually am in a situation where I can spam as many as I need to. Aha! There we go. I knew she gave us that at some point. So now let's swap that out and get even more souls. It's nothing but a good thing. No sublime bone dust. Actually, let's go ahead and dump items we don't need in here. I don't plan on using these, and I would like to declutter this. Let's see here. Temporarily boost luck. I'll get those when I need them. I don't really use those, or Lloyd's talismans, or the Skeptic's spices, or that for that matter, or the soul vessel. Okay, so that clears that out a little bit, so we don't have so much junk in there. And let me get rid of some of these useless items that I don't plan on ever using, like the maces. Binoculars I just don't care about. This Crescent Axe, Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe, is not a bad weapon if you're going the Faith route. Yellow Quartz Sword. Great Sword I'm not going to use. Broken Straight Sword, who cares? Black Flamestone Dagger. Broken Thief Sword. Not going to use the Parrying Dagger or the regular dagger. This is just clearing some stuff out so I don't have to worry about my inventory being cluttered with a bunch of junk that I don't care about. How much block is that? It won't tell me, will it? Okay. We'll keep those on hand. Don't need that. Or any of these. This will allow us to more easily see new armor pieces that pop up. Keeping the Night Gauntlets as a backup in case my set breaks. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'll get that back. Night leggings, elite night. Oh, I've got the wrong one equipped. I'm glad I noticed that just now. Let me take care of that real quick. There we go. Okay. Glad I noticed that. We don't need 2 of those. 2 of those can actually be useful. If one breaks, you can switch to the other. We're not going to need that. We're no longer going to need that because that's a lesser version of the same thing. We don't use the blue Tearstone ring. Explodes at damage threshold. We'll hang on to those for now, though I don't anticipate using them. Actually, there's I don't think there's any reason to get rid of those. Those don't clutter up any menu I'm actually going to be looking through. Alright, well that cleans up our inventory a bit. Let's go back to the Shaded Woods. And with that, guys, we're at 45 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to boss, but that's okay. We don't have to make it to boss. We got some useful stuff done. Again, we're running in downsampled mode from 2560 by 1440, which is 1440p, although you've seen this video at 1080p. I've thought about uploading it at 1440p, but if I'm going to do that, I might as well do that for an entire playthrough, not just do it for some episodes of the playthrough and not others. Make sure to like this video, comment down below. It is really cool when you guys comment. It really helps out the video. It helps me, and I do read all of the comments as long as I get notifications. I don't always get notified. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I love to keep up with people, and that's mainly where I communicate with other people in the gamosphere, whatever we call it, the gaming industry. Follow my main channel at FoxeoGames as well. All those links are in the description, and I will see you guys in the next episode of our Dark Souls 2 Revisited playthrough. Until then, later everybody.